With a set. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
Це що за хуйня красна карта?
Та я їбу, блядь. Над іменем писала красна карта.
The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man.
If this fighter knows.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes.
Пішла пизда по кочкам нахуй.
Caution being thrown to the wind. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. One punch could change everything in this battle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They exchange punches. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. If you're a counterpuncher, then basically you do the counterattack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Usyk might go down here. What an upset! We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything.
Це таке? Уzik, блядь, Сашко.
So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
О, стой, стоп. Надо паузу срочно. Чекай. Блядь. Телек, телек.
When are we going to see a jab from these two?
О, поехали, бля. Отбивать Васечкина.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Блять, ну цих два, конечно, пропуска були жорсткі, блядь.
Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Just keep him on. Back on him this round. Have you got a couple of them?
Here we go for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. When you're at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside.
Ти не знаєш, тут управління можна міняти?
Що?
Управління можна міняти?
Я не знаю, блядь. Я вообще без поняття, блядь. Ой-ой-ой!
punch caught him clean.
Аль засібни нахуй.
Insane action. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
If you're in there with a guy so big in front of you, you've got to be smart. You've got to use your smarts and use that skill. This is what you've prepared for. You've got to negate that jab, let it ride past you, and push his own way on.
Я стойку
Those who
попав.
thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Missing with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. What heart, what desire, but at what cost?
Що, блок пробиває, блядь? Ніхуя себе, блядь.
Failing to score with that right hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Диви, блок пробиває, нахуй.
Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Сашко не такий веселий.
There's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him.
Бля, я цього удара не побачив,
Not
понял?
yet, not until your senses have
А
come.
оцього.
As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Well done with that counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind.
Ой-ой-ой.
He caught it clean.
Сука,
Clean as
ну
a
яка,
whistle.
блядь, замах в воздух був.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Misses with the straight left. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have a quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard.
Ось.
His stamina is off the charts.
Cut orange whistling.
Lands with that right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Ой-ой-ой.
Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
It's a tough fight, and he's going to be confident now.
Nice round, good round. I like
Чего, твою, ты бачишь?
getting your time in.
Play in the
Oh.
jab, and then start gathering your pace.
Печка,
and win
блядь.
this round back.
Гематома.
Shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
There's the bell for round 4. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
What do you think of what we've seen so far? Hold it right there.
Да ну, блядь! Не стих, сука, ну як же, блядь.
Big fella might be in big trouble.
Печку попала. Подивись, блядь.
Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. It's the wrong place to fall asleep.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Did you see that? Usyk! Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hook.
Whoa, Johnny! The big Ukrainian in big trouble! Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get
Сука, не
through
той
this?
удар, блядь.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We've never seen Alexander Usyk hurt like this before. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
Сашка око прикрилась, блядь. Сука, намажьте мені теж чимось то око,
Great
блядь.
round, great round. Now relax, relax.
Get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
Ладно, Сашка. Слушай.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot?
Почекай,
Was
почекай,
1
почекай,
minute
почекай,
enough
почекай,
time for
бо я,
them to
блядь,
recover after
дай
what we saw
забезпечую.
last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight
Погнали.
so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
He misses with that straight left. Missing with the hook. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Oh, what a punch! big and missing big with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Так ладно. Ладно, чекай.
Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Хуёво, бля.
То вставати хуйово, блядь.
Я не вмію, блядь.
А я не можу, в мене, блядь, палець не робить правий.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed.
Yeah,
It just
football.
takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
The big Ukrainian in big trouble. And down goes
Ah, suka.
Usyk. We need to see that again.
Прием,
Some
блядь.
amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Перший раз я ще встану, бля, а другий хує.
Ні, Усик має вставати і вставати, блядь. Диви, як бистро піднявся. І п'ятий раунд, куди розогнались.
Talk about fury in that
Тості,
last
блядь.
Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
Unbelievable heart. Knocked down twice.
I need you to go back out.
There's the bell for round 6. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Ой-ой-ой, не то. Фу, чуть не пропустив.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself? Did you see that? Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
His stamina is off the charts. A perfect counter lands. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see 2 boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of
Та
people
ти
love.
подивись, блядь, як він так нахуй. Я взагалі відійшов, блядь.
Match made in heaven.
Another scoring shot there. Swing and a miss with the hook. We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Catch and shoot. Those counter punches have to hurt.
Опа!
Left hook just missed. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Usyk!
Шо він, сука, в мене то дергається назад. Це, сука, чувствительность стіка, це піздець. Я йду вперед, він 2 рази назад понтується і йде потім.
Here comes round 7. How much is left in their tank?
Ой-ой-ой.
What are they doing that, man?
Тобто, блядь,
Are they trying to get
чуєш
energy,
ти,
man? That's a
блядь?
lot of
Підтягуй
energy, Bez.
статистику.
They did 6 rounds in one. They're gonna be absolutely shattered.
Ого, підтягнув нахуй. На.
Incredible work rate. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! I don't care.
Бля, в мене цей, блядь,
A punch like
настройка,
that,
блядь,
and you're going
хуйова.
A shot from the gods took.
Зараз подивлюся,
А ти
доб'єм.
стіками б'єшся, крутиш, ні?
Ні, бо
А я теж ні, я тільки одним ходжу, тому що, блядь, в мене ця, сука, не откалібрований, він, блядь, дергається, я не шарю ще цю хуйню.
зараз почекай, я подивлюся
бля?
на... Да. Та я ж кажу, я не можу, в мене палець правий не робить. Я зараз подивлюся настройки, бо я...
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night.
Що там 54, перший раунд? Де перший раунд? А як це так нахуй, що я всі раунди? Я ж на нокдауні був. Як я веду всі раунди?
Знаю. Воно... Роки зломані. Ну, зараз я подивлюся настройки тут. Локальна ігра, кар'єра, онлайн, профіль, создання. А де тут настрой... А. Настройки. Управління. Так.
Але пиздец, бачиш, Усик, блядь, пробиває блок, пиздец, на.
Да, блядь. Де?
Ай,
А і змінити не можу, чи що, блядь? Де? Що за хуйня? Я не можу, блядь, змінити, поняв?
так, подивися, де ти його міняєш?
В настройках. Настройки, настройки, управление.
А, наводиш на то, що тобі надо, потім треугольник збросить, понял?
Ну, ты все, ну, сбросить. Окей, блядь, и что дальше?
І вона нульова, тоді треба назначати, типа, на то, що ти зброс.
Ні, вона в мене
А
не
я-
нульова. Я вже робив цей зброс. Подтвердіть. Ніхуя.
Вон попробуй, вон там де схему управління вибрати другу,
Я туди не можу перейти.
якщо чого. О, управління, вон там де джеб, над джебом є типа гладіатор. Право-вліво вибираєш, і вот показує складку. Що?
Почекай. Не можу.
А?
Не можу.
Включи екран. Включений, так?
У мене включено. Ну, диви. Ну.
О, вон знизу вниз. Вот. Схема управління.
Ну, це просто ти міняєш. Типа, бля.
От. Воно тобі міняє. От.
Якийсь боксер. Ну попробуем цього, бля.
Приглашаємо. Що тут ще є, блядь?
Тож я теж дивлюся тут.
О, їх дохуй. Я візьму серйозно. Рой Джонса візьму.
Хрена. Давай вибирай.
Хуя собі, блядь. Сильно круто, блядь.
Ну, готов, блядь. Нажмись, готов на. А, блядь, почекай, бо я не навівся на нього.
I'm Todd Grisham, and there's
Ой,
nothing quite like
Гарри.
the Empire Fight Camp,
Блять, я ж
especially
вибирав
at night.
їбать яку
Alongside me,
нахуй.
former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be...
Muhammad
Ты переместился во времени, Али, блядь.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main
Ты
event.
молодец, да,
You can hear
блядь.
the fans.
Да, да.
I've been to many fights like this, and it's very eerie.
Thousands of fans here in attendance
Yeah,
tonight, but when the
seriously.
bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about.
Ой, сорі. А він Джойс, це, да, блядь.
We finally have a fight.
Зараз затовче нахуй, блядь. Диви, як він пригає, той Алі, блядь. Ніхуя собі, блядь.
Defense is not an option for these two. That straight hurt him.
Та він маленький, блядь, низький, походу.
Ти бачиш, я руками не достаю до морди, блядь.
It's fight night, and as you can see,
О, це за м'ясорубка, блядь.
we fight under the stars for this big, highly anticipated main event.
It's been a long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been at the sun.
А я не достаю тобі поїбалу дати.
This crowd can be very unpredictable. And by the sense of it, it's night time now. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done and perform.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Nice counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. This has been a very
Я живу. Космос запускає руки, блядь.
Це я ж кажу.
Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their
Що воно так лагає, що? Ти пропадаєш, що ли?
Да, зв'язок хуйовий. Бач, я навіть половину ударів твоїх не бачу.
Catch and shoot.
Та це в мене ще гляну. Ні, у мене вроді нічого не получається.
The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. The right hook misses. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Ще, блядь, після гону почали місити.
Soon enough for this guy.
Ти що?
Ще після гону міситися почали.
Don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Ну, після гон вони проходять, типа, не зараховує, я понял.
Very tough round. Let's
А
see what
що
they
це?
do
Йди
here.
вперед,
That was
блядь.
a tough last round. Now you've got to make
Oh,
sure he
блядь.
doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
The right hook just missed. Beautiful counter shot. Stamina is off the charts. Lucky that hook
Ого,
didn't
блядь,
score.
чуть не ебало не пропустил.
How about that time counter shot? You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fist. He threw the hook, didn't land. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Диви, тільки відкриваюсь, блядь, не встигаю тупо по нього летаюсь.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A perfect counter lands. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them,
Опасно нахуй з таким дядькою битися, блядь.
because you think, what the hell am I gonna do now?
Диви, що робить, блядь.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Trophy yellow smiling.
На
Well, this is the
последнему
time that the
разменялись.
trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Да, блядь.
And there's the bell to start round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again.
Ого,
and your
чуть не
legs come back
схватив,
again.
нахуй.
Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Ого, блядь.
Straight right just misses. Couldn't land that jab. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Now this is about desire.
В двух этажах отработали.
This is about what?
Хрен не поймал, блядь.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. That punch lands.
Ого, блядь.
Failing to score with that right hook. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Missing with the hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which fighter will say no mas? Swing and a miss with that hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he misses with that straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Ой-ой-ой, бля. Мало таких. Тебе ніхуя там качається.
Here, he may have been saved by the bell.
Та ні.
Well, sometimes it can be the sweet.